Hello you wonderful people, and welcome to another video. Christmas has come, and I know this is not a really Christmassy subject that I'm painting, but I still wanted to share it with you. Also, I didn't feel like painting Christmas images a lot lately. It's very warm outside, and I don't know. It just doesn't feel like winter at all. So I've painted the cat, which belongs to Achatfell's father, and I will link her channel down below. She's doing some art on YouTube too, so you can visit her if you like. This was one of the paintings I did to demonstrate the combination of the Centenaire watercolor paper and the White Nights watercolors. I did that for the collab to show it, but I also wanted to paint this cat who had such an expressive face, which is insane. It's a really pretty ginger kitten and I like it a lot, so that's why I painted her while wearing Achatfell's father's glasses. I think the cat isn't really liking those, but it looks nice. So while painting, I wanted to talk to you about a lot. Or not, I don't know. Just a little update on what is going on around here. So, as you have seen, I didn't paint a lot of Christmassy stuff, but I was working on updates of the Sun and Colors side, because the swatches are made and the light fastness test for this year was done for months now. I have scanned it all in, but I haven't done the update for the database yet because I didn't have a lot of time. Work was very busy this year. I did a lot of overtime over the summer and autumn, so the last few weeks, which were a little calmer and quieter, I just felt so exhausted that I couldn't make myself work for hours after work on the database. I have 2 weeks off now for Christmas and New Year's Eve, and this time I want to use to relax a little, to calm down, to have a wonderful time, which I only can recommend to any of you. If you have the chance to relax a little, use it before being stressed out too much. And I want to work on the database. My partner's working on an update of the database as well. He's behind all the IT stuff while I collect the data, make the swatches, etc. So it's a project of us both, which we actually like, and it's very exciting to see. There were new swatches or new paints coming in. Well, coming in is I bought, or he gifted me some new paints, which I haven't swatched yet. I'm not sure what I will receive for Christmas, but my birthday was a few weeks ago. I don't know if anyone noticed or not, but it's not that important, to be honest. I don't expect anything, but I got some new paints to try out. I will make reviews on them too, because these are paints that I didn't have had yet in the collection. I've also made some boxes or packages to some of my Twitch and YouTube friends. Not many though, to share some of the paints I have, which the others didn't have or did not yet have tried out. And I also shared some tiny paintings on wood of their pets with them. I didn't share everything on YouTube, but I shared most of the stuff I painted on Instagram. So then you have seen me preparing some of the gifts I will give to friends and family with the Star Wars magnets that are painted on wood as well. I have still some of the wood slices prepared to paint a little. I'm not sure if I will paint something Christmassy on them and use them as ornaments on the tree. I don't have a tree. My parents have one though. Or whether I will use them to paint something else on there. So these are the updates that are coming up, and I'm really curious to see all of this. I still have some handmade paints that I need to play some more with them, and of course share the swatches with you. I have prepared some more of the mixing charts that I will share soon too. I'm not sure yet how to schedule the videos, and it also takes so much time to edit. It took me 2 days to edit this cat video, and although it's running pretty fast on 6 to 9 times speed, it took me pretty long to paint. I'm always in awe when there are artists who manage to paint fast and very detailed paintings. I'm not one of them, not at all, but I think in the end it turned out quite well. I have used some white gouache by Schminke in the end for the hairy details, which were quite lovely, I thought. What else do I want to do during this 2 weeks of work? I have gotten some books that I want to read, which are historical books, and I'm not sure if they're of any interest to anyone, to be honest, but I also got Caroline, which I wanted to read. I liked the movie, or the animation movie, and it was lovely. It was actually the first movie I suggested to my partner, who wasn't my partner back then, but he liked it too. We had some problems with Dante's health lately because it got a little colder. It's not cold, it's like 8 degrees Celsius outside. Dante had his leg cramping again, where he had his hip surgery and the joint removed a few years ago. So he's on muscle relaxant medicine now. I don't know if it's called like that in English. And got some painkillers. He's very attached now and follows me like a little shadow everywhere. I think he likes his medicine and he likes to feel better. So I'm looking forward to spend the Christmas days with friends and family, and most of the time we will spend here, but we will also go to my in-laws on the 26th of December and have a nice day there. All gifts are already bought, not wrapped yet. We have decided to gift only smaller things this year, and only like we want to have less waste and produce less waste with our way of living, and that also means that we don't want to buy and gift unnecessary stuff. We also am happy to not receive a lot of unnecessary stuff, so we don't actually want bigger gifts from our families. At least we told them that. When it comes to New Year's Eve, we actually won't celebrate anything because Dante is afraid of the fireworks and he's panicking and hiding, so we can't leave him alone in his panic. So since we had him, we spent every New Year's Eve alone, watching movies, having a cozy time, drinking cocoa or tea, and just have a nice evening as a little family. So yeah. What I also wanted to share are some of the artists I really liked lately. And they use different platforms or mediums to share their art. It's and I will link them down below because they have wonderful art and I'm really enjoying their streams or images or comics on Instagram. You can click there, go there, see it as a little shout out to anyone. And they didn't ask me for one, but if you want, you can leave a comment down below. But what I really can recommend is Sterling Aquarelle. She's amazing. She did a portrait of Dante that I've shared on Instagram. It's very realistic. She has wonderful streams. She posts a sketch as well as the reference photo on F-Bolt's Discord, where we have a little community and which I really enjoy. So you can follow along, and she also talks you through the painting process. So if you're curious, go over to Sterling Aquarelle, take a look. It's really nice to watch her on Twitch. Then I have mentioned F-Bolt, who is an amazing artist. I love her kitty paintings, and she's very talented to build a community which is just wonderful and kind and sharing and full of love and respect. I admire that a lot about her. She's just a smart, wonderful person. And if you like kitties and art, go over to her channel, as well as reviews. She has plenty of reviews on paints, which are pretty easy to watch and full of informations. So then there's Mikkie or LanaGoesArt, who's making portraits that she's sharing on Instagram, but she also has videos on YouTube of her painting and also trying out art supplies. She's using lots of different media in her paintings. Then there's I don't know, there's so many artists I was enjoying recently. There's the Baroque Princess. It's a young lady who's making illustrations of, well, when I found her on Instagram, she made illustrations of castrati and singers on Baroque opera. Right now she's working on the periodic table and making characters out of that. She's very interested in science and history and music, especially opera. She's wonderful. I can totally recommend her. As you can see, I have a wide variety of artists that I follow and really enjoy and like. So you can go over to Oto Kano, who has plenty of information on paints and pigments there, and also paint comparisons, which are rare. In liquid color does that too. There's Dan, who's making paints and paints botanicals. There are so many wonderful people, and if you're not sure or if I haven't mentioned anyone, just check the comments down below, because most of the ones that comment are painting themselves, and I do visit them too, but I may have forgotten some of them. Sorry. In the end, I wanted to thank you all for being here, for being with me through the year. I am very grateful for every one of you, for having met so many wonderful people, for having talked and communicated and learned so much from you. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you. And if you're not Christian, that's not a problem. Enjoy the days off. Have a wonderful time. Thank you for being you. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.